Are you looking for online surgical tech programs and want to kickstart your career as a surgical tech? First up, congratulations, you're on the right track. With online surgical tech training, you can become a surgical tech in as little as 4 to 6 months. Now, most people don't know this, but to become a surgical tech, you don't need to get a degree. You also don't need to spend years in school. But along with online surgical tech training, there are 3 critical elements that can help you start your career the right way. Here's what I'm going to cover. How to choose the right surgical tech program so that you don't waste time and money by enrolling in the wrong course. The 3 critical elements that could help you stand apart from the competition, even as an entry-level surgical tech. How to get real-life clinical experience that you'll need after completing your online training. And finally, how you can get the same respect and trust that comes with a full-time, on-campus university program, even if you choose online training. Guys, this is going to be an action-packed video to help you save time and money. Now stick till the end because I promise by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start your dream career as a surgical tech. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Grant. I'm a known education expert, and I've been featured in tons of publications like Forbes, Bloomberg, and Reader's Digest. My mission is to help busy adults get certified and start the career of their dreams faster, without student loan debt or spending years in the classroom. And on this channel, I share tips and tricks that can help you do that. So let's get started. Now, according to the BLS, the median pay for surgical techs is over $56,000. It's a great career, and as a surgical tech, you're often working with top physicians and surgeons in your city or state. Because this is an important job, employers and healthcare facilities are typically careful about who they hire. I found that there are 3 key things, 3 critical elements that can help you stand apart as a surgical tech, especially when you're starting your career. Number 1, a university certificate. In the healthcare industry, people put a large emphasis on where you went to school. That's why doctors and surgeons want to go to the best ones. And as a surgical tech, if you have a university certificate for your training, that could possibly tip the scales in your favor as well. Now, you might think, how will I get a university certificate with online training? Well, there's a way, and I'm going to talk about that shortly. Number 2, certification. Getting certified as a surgical tech is recommended. Having a nationally recognized certification on your resume, like the NCST, can make all the difference. But what does it mean to be certified? There are nationally recognized institutions like the AAH, and they conduct an exam. Once you clear the exam, you're a nationally certified surgical technologist, and you can put the NCST title after your name. Number 3, experience. This is really important, especially if you've completed an online surgical tech program. As a surgical tech, you're directly working with patients, and after completing your online training, you need that hands-on clinical experience working in an OR setting. How do you get that? I usually recommend looking for an externship. With an externship, you could get hands-on clinical experience and cite that on your resume. Now, you might think, why is it important? How does an externship set you apart? Let's compare 2 candidates who completed their online surgical tech training. Now, they're both looking for an entry-level job as a surgical tech. One candidate has absolutely no clinical experience, while the other has completed an externship. It might not come as a surprise that experience typically plays a role while screening applications. Even for an entry-level job, a candidate with some experience could get preference in the eyes of an employer. Ultimately, after completing your online training, getting that hands-on clinical experience is vital. The golden recipe for setting yourself apart as an entry-level surgical tech is simple. Get the university certificate for your surgical tech training. Obtain surgical tech certification and get hands-on clinical experience working as a surgical tech. The problem is most online training programs don't get you ready for all three of these. Now, a few years ago, I realized that there's a clear gap between what employers are likely looking for and the traditional training options. Full-time on-campus programs like an associate's degree or a certification program are typically expensive, which could mean student loan debt. They take longer to complete, maybe 1 or 2 years, and you might not find a good surgical tech program close to where you live. I realized that online training is absolutely the way to go, but not all online programs are created alike, and some online courses could have major flaws. So it got me thinking, if I had the luxury of creating the perfect online training program for surgical techs, what would it entail? First, it needs to be affordable. On-campus surgical tech programs can be expensive. For a degree program, the tuition can start at $15,000 and go as high as $30,000. And for a certification program, the enrollment fee can range from $10,000 to $15,000. That's a big price tag. To afford such a high cost, you may have to rely on student loans. This means even before you start your career, you're under the burden of student debt. You ideally don't want to pay so much for your education. Online surgical tech training should be affordable, and I'll explain how shortly. Second, it should prepare you to be certified. If your online training program prepares you for the Nationally Certified Surgical Technologist or the NCST certification by American Allied Health, then that can be game-changing, especially for beginners. As I stressed earlier, walking into your job interview with an NCST certification on your resume can be so valuable. Ideally, your surgical tech training should not only prepare you for the career, but when you decide to take that certification exam, you should have all the skills to crush it and get certified. Third, it needs to be accredited. This is important. Sometimes students make the mistake of enrolling in a training program from an unaccredited source. This could be a big red flag in the eyes of an employer. As I said earlier, in healthcare, where you get your training is important. If your training is from an unaccredited source or from a place that no one's ever heard of, that could be a deal breaker in the eyes of an employer. Now, there's a secret way, though, which you can get top-notch online surgical tech training and still get a reputable university certificate. I'll talk about that very shortly. Stay tuned. Fourth, your training needs to be self-paced. The convenience you get with online classes is unparalleled. You can learn from the comfort of your home, but your training needs to be self-paced. If your training is online, but the classes are scheduled, that can be a problem. And as an adult, we're busy. We've got responsibilities, kids, schedules, and much more. It can be challenging to stop everything in our lives and attend weekly scheduled classes. Things can come up and you might just miss a class. And if you miss a class, you'll likely fall behind. What you want is a self-paced training program where you have the freedom to get your training anytime and complete your training according to your convenience. For busy adults, self-paced online training is absolutely the way to go. And finally, fifth, faster completion. Your online surgical tech training needs to be thorough, and ultimately it should prepare you for the career. Sometimes with full-time on-campus programs, you have to study a few subjects that have nothing to do with surgical tech. Your online classes need to be laser sharp and focused, and there's no point wasting time studying fluff. This way, you can complete your education faster and in turn, your career faster. Ideally, you want to complete your online program in 6 months or less. All right, if you've stayed this far, then you're serious about becoming a surgical tech and you want to enroll in the right training program. Now, there's a reason why I asked you to stay until the end. If the template that I just shared for the online surgical tech program sounds practical, how amazing would it be if a program like this actually existed? Well, It does. A program like that does exist. After 3 years of hard work, we were able to create it. It has everything I just said, plus a lot more. I'm talking about Preppy's Surgical Technologist Certification Program. This program is designed to help you get job ready as a surgical tech in the next few months. Here's everything you get with Preppy's Surgical Technologist Program. 100% online and self-paced. With Preppy, you get complete freedom from boring classrooms. The program is 100% online. You can get your surgical tech training from the comfort of your home. You can learn on the couch at night or in your favorite coffee shop. The program is also self-paced, so you can get your training according to your schedule and comfort. No more driving to classes 3 times a week and no more additional expenses. Once you enroll, you get instant access to all the training material, which includes interactive lessons, presentations, and exercises. Inside the program, you'll learn medical terminology, human anatomy and medical conditions, infection control procedures, how to prepare the patients for surgery and post-surgery patient care procedures, in-depth understanding of surgical equipment, and so much more. Our program is holistic and interactive, giving you the right surgical tech training. And the best thing, you can start your training right now within minutes. Faster. Preppy's program is self-paced, meaning you can complete the program in as little as 4 months. That's right, you can be done with your surgical tech training in just 4 months. Not years like other programs, months. Time is money, and the faster you get through your training, the faster you can start towards your career. The Preppy course curriculum is designed exclusively for surgical techs. No fluff, no extra information, and no unnecessary classes. In partnership with an accredited university. In the beginning, I discussed why having a university certificate could be huge for your resume. Preppy's program is in partnership with a reputable, top-ranked, nonprofit accredited university. When you complete your training, you get a certificate of completion in surgical tech from this accredited university. Think about how proud you'll be of yourself when your coworkers see that university certificate hanging on the wall in your office. With Preppy, your online training program is through this well-known accredited university. And as I emphasized earlier, employers could love that. And still, it's 100% online. This is huge. Prepares you to be certified. That's not all. With Preppy's Surgical Technologist Certification Program, you get all the skills to crush the certification exams and be a nationally certified surgical technologist by AAH. As I said, this can be game-changing. Hospitals and healthcare facilities want a surgical tech who can be trusted, who knows the ins and outs, and who can assist the surgeon. If you're a certified surgical tech, that tells them that you meet these industry standards and that you're someone that they can trust and rely on, as you've been tested and certified by this nationally recognized institution. Being certified gives you a competitive edge and helps you stand out among your peers. After completing your training with Preppy, you can apply and sit for your certification exam to get that awesome NCST title after your name. Externship opportunity included. Preppy also takes care of the hands-on experience part, as an externship is also included with the program. With this externship, you get to feel what it's like working at a local hospital or a healthcare facility. With online programs, you miss out on that hands-on experience, and you have to arrange for an externship or internship on your own. That's a lot of time and proves to be a headache. With Preppy, everything's taken care of, and your externship will be arranged as you're about to finish the program. With this externship, you get that valuable hands-on clinical experience, and you can cite this externship experience on your resume. So, to summarize, online surgical tech training, university certificate, ready for national certification exams, and an externship for real-life clinical experience. With Preppy, we check all the boxes and you're job ready as a surgical tech within just a few months. If you want to stand apart as an entry-level surgical tech with Preppy, you have everything you need to do just that. Everything I said is included in Preppy's Surgical Technologist Certification Program. Now, how much does it cost? As I stressed earlier, your training shouldn't put you under the burden of student debt. And Preppy is insanely affordable. Right now, at the time of making this video, you can enroll in the program for just one low price of $15.99. That's absolutely insane. Everything you would want in a surgical tech program, Preppy takes care of it, and at an insanely low price. You can also enroll using payment plans as well. Right now, there's also a bonus going on where you get a free laptop when you enroll, and it's yours to keep once you finish the program. Ultimately, Preppy gets the seal of approval from surgical techs across the country. If you want to enroll, click on the link in the description below the like button. Preppy's programs are loved by students across the country, like Emily, who was working as a receptionist in a doctor's office, signed up with Preppy, and was able to start her new career. Here's what she said. The top 3 things I loved about Preppy are being able to pace yourself and actually learning and understanding the material, the opportunity to participate in an externship after completing the course, and the cost of the program is very affordable. I would recommend Preppy to anyone who's interested in getting certified for a new career. Felicia Wynn says, "Thank you for providing a one-stop shop program that will make me not only competitive, but gives me priceless knowledge about my field of study. This will give me and my family a better quality of life." Once again, Preppy's program is 100% online and self-paced, in partnership with a well-known accredited university. It prepares you to be a nationally certified surgical technologist. Externship opportunity is included, and our program is insanely affordable. So if you want to become a surgical tech, you could get your training with Preppy's certification program and start towards your career as a surgical tech in months. Click on the link below to check out our program and enroll today. I hope today's video was informative for you, and if you like the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video. We really try to post a lot of value-driven content to help people reach their goals and start their dream careers, and I hope today's video was helpful. This is Grant signing off. Take care.